It is the American football season here in the US. So today I'm going to be firing up the Kamado Joe here, and I'm going to be making some of my favorite football finger foods. Some barbecue baby back pork riblets. They're going to be great, so stick around. Okay, you can see I have a rack of baby back ribs here, and what I did is I had the butcher take his saw and saw right through the bones the long way, his bandsaw. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to worm my knife under the membrane here, just get it loose a little bit, then take a paper towel and remove that membrane. Just like that. Alright, that's one, and then I'm going to do the other as well. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. So there'll be 4 sections. Right about here is good. Next thing I'm going to do is add a little mustard to each of these ribs, to each of these small racks. It's going to act like a binder. That's going to help the rub stay onto the meat here. Alright, now we're going to sprinkle on our rub. I'm just using a basic barbecue rub. Nothing too fancy here. And I find that if you hold your shaker up a little bit higher than you might think, it's a little easier to control the flow, get a nice even coating. Alright, we're just going to let these sit while we fire up the Kamado Joe. You can see I've got some hardwood lump charcoal in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pile some of these coals on top of the lip area. Hopefully they'll all get going. Alright, I'm going to close the lid. Crank this thing wide open up top. So you can see here while I'm lighting it, I keep the top vent wide open like this. And then the bottom vent wide open as well. And once that comes up to temperature, then I'll close the vents down a bit. Alright, once we're starting to come up in a little bit in temperature, I'm going to go ahead and add in a couple of chunks of hickory wood. I've got hickory wood here, a few chunks of that. Try to bury it a little bit. And then we'll build our grill. Hi. Okay, so here you can see we are locked in right around 250 degrees. That is the temperature I like to barbecue at. So I'm going to go ahead and add the riblets. Alright, here are the ribs. Alright, we're going to close the lid. Let these go for about an hour. Then I'm going to spritz them every hour. I'll probably cook these for about 3 hours total. Alright, we've been on for about an hour now. Go ahead and give these a spritz. This is just apple cider vinegar watered down a little bit. Alright, Close the lid and keep on grilling. We've been on for 2 hours now. Give these ribs another spritz. And close the lid and keep on grilling. We've been on for about 3 hours now. You can see some of the bones here are exposed. I'm just going to give these one last spritz. I think I'll give them about maybe a half an hour longer, and then I'm going to sauce them for about 20 minutes. I'll cook them, let the sauce set, then it'll be time to take them off and get them in my belly. We've been on for about 3 hours and 20 minutes now. I've got this barbecue sauce that I loosened up with apple cider vinegar and water. I'm going to give these a nice light coating. Alright, I'm going to close the lid one last time, give these another maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and then they're going to be good to take off the grill. And just look at the color on these baby back riblets. How gorgeous is that? And finally, the ribs have now been on for about 3 hours and 40 minutes total. You can see the pullback from these bones. They look delicious. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I think they're done. Get a little bend there. So here we've got our riblets. Very nice. You can see the beautiful pullback on the bones, exposing the bones. A little bit warm. What you want to do is just cut down. Whoo, that's hot. You want to cut down in between the bones to get these nice little riblets, just like this. This is a hot little riblet. I'm going to give this a taste. Comes right off the bone. That is tasty. So good. You got the smoke flavor. You've got the sweetness of the rub and the sweetness of the sauce. And just the tenderness. And it comes right off the bone. There you go. Nice clean bone. That's one down. So what I'm going to do is cut the rest of these and then put them together in a nice little pile. And I'll show you how I like to serve these. Yeah, so give me a second. You can see here now I've cut them all up, and I do them two different ways. I'll do them as a single bone, and then sometimes I'll cut them with a double bone like this one here. So depending on, this one here is a good one, double bone. And what I'll do is I'll just, if I'm having people over the house here to watch football, I'll just leave them on the cutting board like this. But if I'm taking them over to a friend's house, then I'll actually put them in a bowl. And man, you want to see something go fast? These things go fast. They're always a fan favorite. That is delicious. So next time, have the butcher cut with the bandsaw along those ribs so you get these nice smaller ribs like this, which are just perfect for snacking on at a party. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know what you think about these baby back riblets made on the Kamado Joe. I think they're pretty amazing. And of course, keep on grilling.